Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is AJ Writes Crypto, and I am here with no other than Eric Piscini, the CEO of Swirlds Labs. So you just got promoted to CEO a little over a month ago. Mm-hmm. Walk me through your past couple of weeks. What's it like taking on this new role, stepping into this new position? What's it been like?
It's been very exciting. A lot of things happen in very short period of time, right? To a transition of the teams, transition of a relationship with the clients and with the rest of the ecosystem. It's really exciting. It's a new level of energy. You know, and I've been with Swirlds Labs for 14 months. And so when you get that kind of promotion, you get re-energized quite a bit, right? So that's really exciting.
For sure. So, you know, say you could just like wave your magic HBAR wand. What would you want to change? What would you want to see improved if you could just make it magically happen?
I think we need to accelerate. So the one thing I want to focus on is moving faster. Because this industry moves fast. And if you don't move fast enough, then you're going to get behind. And I want to accelerate. I want to accelerate on growing the team, growing our revenue, growing the solutions we are building on Hedera, growing the council membership. We have 32. We need to go to 39 quickly. A lot of things I want to grow and accelerate.
You know, it's funny. I just met the new CMO, Sarah. And you also tell me like what that process was like, you know, finding a CMO. That's not an easy job to find the right person to fit into that slot. I also know other companies, Algorand, VeChain, all have new CMOs as well. And I kind of feel like that's a pattern because people are trying to make sure for certain the marketing push for this next bull run is done proper. So can you just kind of tell me about, you know, selecting Sarah, what your expectations, thing like that?
Yeah. And I think, you know, I've been in this industry for 11 years. So I know a lot of people. So when it comes to finding someone who new to join the executive team, it's actually, you know, you pick up the phone and you make calls to friends and you connect with people and you end up talking to Sarah and she's awesome. She's fantastic. And she has a good background, a mix of backgrounds, right? She's done enterprise marketing. She's done blockchain marketing. She's done developer marketing. She's all the things that we need to do. And we need to do that faster and better than we used to do. It's just a new phase, right? And so I think when you do a new phase usually means new people, and that's exactly where we are. And Sarah is just fantastic.
She seems really nice. She seems, everybody out there, make sure you stay tuned because I am going to have an interview coming with Sarah in the next couple of weeks on the channel as well. I know that a main push for Hedera has been, you know, RWAs, real world tokenization. That has been like, even at the top of the website, if you click on real world use cases, that's at the very top of the website. That seems to be a main push for Hedera. Kind of tell me like your vision about the future of RWAs.
So I think it's bigger than RWA. Right? So real world assets, I would extend that into tokenization of everything. So the idea is to say whatever the asset is, we're going to tokenize these assets. And then we're going to create liquidity. We're going to create access to people to invest in those assets, but we're going to create new business cases too. So you can tokenize real estate, financial instruments, but you can tokenize invoices. You can tokenize your identity. You can tokenize your travel schedule. You can tokenize your loyalty points, right? So, RWA, real world asset tokenization is a little bit limiting compared to what we should do with this technology. It's much bigger than that. So my vision is to make sure that we have the components for people, organizations, and companies and small companies to come to Hedera with a very easy way to engage so they can build their own solution in a matter of days or weeks as opposed to months, which is sometimes the case depending on the use case.
So does DREC fit into that solution or it does fit? I didn't know if it was like a separate entity or something.
So the DREC is a separate legal entity. It's an alliance that we have built with other layer 1 and layer 2 and more to come.
XRP.
And more to come. Very exciting.
Wow, more to come.
I cannot say, but it's very exciting. But it's a different entity. And what I do love about DREC is that the industry is getting together to fix issues before anyone else is telling us to fix those issues. I really like that idea. I think that's very important. And DREC is really the idea. DREC stands for decentralized recovery. And DREC is about saying, if you lose your key, you can get your private key back. And it's one of the key things that we need to deliver to the market for people to engage with crypto. And in the context of tokenization, when you tokenize a piece of real estate, you cannot lose that piece of real estate.
Okay.
You know, that's going to be really tricky if you do. Yeah. Right? So DREC is part of the solution for that.
Yeah. And what I love about DREC is that it's not like just in crypto. It's not just about like your hardware wallet. Like, it's for any secret inside or outside of Web3. And that's what the approach I appreciate about DREC. It's not crypto native. It's not crypto specific. Yeah. Could it be used in crypto? Yes, but it works for everything. And I think that's kind of the beauty of Hedera.
It is.
Because I had done, interviews with Shane Higdon. I've interviewed Lehman. I've interviewed Zenobia. Yeah. Their vision is they want millions of people to use Hedera without even realizing they're using it.
That's it.
And I kind of think that, that's like kind of the secret sauce to Hedera a little bit.
I think that's the killer app. Yeah. Because the killer app is when people are going to use Hedera without knowing they're using Hedera.
Right.
That's really the ultimate goal. Right. And you're going to have something on your phone or something on, device somewhere. Right. And that's going to give you a real value. Yeah. And it just happens to be using Hedera in the backend. Right. And shouldn't care about that.
I think of it like this. Like if you're on your phone, you're not thinking to yourself, oh, I'm using an Apple device. You're just using your phone. Yeah. So really fast. This is a question that I get a lot from the community because, you're the CEO of Swirlds Labs, right? And some people say like, wait, there's Hedera, there's the HBAR Foundation, there's Swirlds Labs. Can you do like a quick overview of how they all work into the same bundle?
Yeah. Quick, I'm not sure, but I can.
Okay.
No, but I try. So, Hedera is the first company.
Okay.
Hedera is the issuer of the token. Right. So that was where Mance and Lehman started. They said, we're going to create Hedera and we're going to create that network and that governance. Yeah. At some point, they said we need a organization to give grants to other organizations to build on Hedera for regulatory purposes. Typically, you do that with a different legal structure. That's the HBAR Foundation. Okay. And then they said to decentralize even more, we need to decentralize the team who's building and maintaining the network, which is Swirlds Labs now. So almost everybody left Hedera to create Swirlds Labs in 2022. And that's what we call Swirlds Labs now with 150 people. Hedera is about 20 people. Okay. And they're just managing the treasury, really, and the governing council. Right. And then you have the HBAR, the Ashgraph Association, which is another foundation in Europe focusing on the enterprise market, helping enterprise to adopt, right? So it's kind of a go-to-market foundation, if you want. And then you have the DLT Science Foundation, which is an education-focused foundation, enabling people to understand blockchain in general and Hedera in particular to engage with that topic. Amazing. So a lot of I know it's complex. Yeah. I know it, and then we did create the DREC Alliance, so that creates a little bit of
it's a whole nother
sexy. Yeah. But I think that all of that was done with real intent, real purpose, and so we need to keep educating and keep explaining why we did that.
Okay, so once and for all, the confusion, I've gotten the questions in my chat on YouTube about like, wait, what is this? What is this? So we answered all the questions for you. Maybe we'll make a diagram of everything you just said right there.
I have a diagram. I can give it to you.
You have the diagram.
Yes, I do.
Perfect. We even have the diagram. So, I have one more question for you. Yeah. I saw the speakers at the main stage today. Yeah. Tom Emmer, Kathy Wood, and a lot of the talk of the town has been, encompassed by Fit21 and, the approval of the Ethereum ETF. Yeah. Just what's your take on, the macro right now and, how bullish are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
So I've been, again, in this industry for a long time. I think I've been bullish like this only once before. Okay. So that's good.
So that's if you're that bullish, okay. Yeah. That's good.
And I think in 5 years, we are not going to talk about regulation as much as we talk about that today because we're going to have the right environment. And it's going to change all the time, but we're going to have something to sit on from a regulatory point of view. Right. So I think we need to start shifting the focus from using the regulation as an excuse to not move forward fast enough.
Exactly.
To how do we actually replace the existing fabric of our economy by blockchain solutions? And when you do that, you have to remove incumbents. You have to remove or displace or shrink the existing parties. And the existing parties sometimes is actually you and I.
Yeah.
Right? It's
true.
I give you an example that I like because I think it makes it very real. Yeah. Would you be willing to not get your loyalty points anymore, when you pay for something, when you go to a hotel, when you fly with an airline, in exchange for those airlines, those merchants, those hotel chain to pay less fees to their banks when they pay their banks?
So would you exchange your points to pay less?
So yeah, I don't know if we're going to pay less, but they're going to be more efficient. We're going to give up on our loyalty points.
Okay.
Are we ready for this? Are you ready for this? I'm not sure I am.
I want to be ready for it. But the thing is that the progression, especially with money, always happens very slowly. Even if you like go into the history of how long this country has been the world reserve currency and over time, like these things do happen slow. And I think blockchain kind of just slapped the world across the face.
It does.
In its own way, you know, so
but I think the point I was trying to make is when we think about incumbents, it's not just the big companies. It's also the individual. Behavior that has to change to accept blockchain at scale. And so we need to work on that. Of course. Because I think regulation is going to be behind us in 5 years, and we are still going to have to push for the change to happen.
Yeah, and it's funny because like with Hedera, it's so interesting. If you look at like Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, like these massive financial institutions, work with Hedera. Everyone on the governing council, like Google, IBM, Boeing, all of these countries, all of these companies, it just adds more and more and more trust for the next person, the next company, the next thing. And Hedera really does have this amazing snowball in that, but I think you're completely right that like that's almost the easy part. It's kind of the behavior of the individual needs to be the target.
Yeah. It's a journey, right?
It is.
And it never stops.
Yeah.
So once you overcome one obstacle like regulations, you still have to overcome the next one and the next one and the next one. So it's a journey that takes time.
Yeah.
But the outcome is worth it, right? Yep. We're going to change the world with this, right? So
we're going to change the world, everybody. Make sure you smash like, comment down below what you thought of the interview. My name's AJ Reds Crypto. Have a nice day.